today I'm going to be giving you the final overview of the Philippines trip. Very, very dated because it's been like a couple weeks since I actually came back, and I decided to take a little bit of a break because of all the stuff that I've been doing, which is filming, editing, and just posting stuff on YouTube. It's really, I wouldn't say tiring, but it's pretty big on the mind, just having to be at work every single time, even though you're trying to have fun, which is true. I did have fun, but yeah, it was a little bit of an exhausting thing to do. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to be doing this again, maybe. But yeah. Also, I got my Avengers hat that I took with me for almost every single day of the trip. There hasn't been a single day where I have not been wearing this thing, or at least in the videos that you've seen. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have passed by this area. It seems a little sketchy. It's actually an arena. So I'm gonna go out the other side because I don't think I should be here. Oh look, the exit. Cool. Alright, back to what I was actually going to be talking about. So, obviously, Philippines trip 2023 was a great experience. And even though that this wasn't exactly my first time, it was still very refreshing to see all the stuff that I visited back whenever I was, you know, just a kid. So we're going to be taking a look through most of the trip, or at least hopefully all of it, in this, hopefully, again, I'm saying hopefully too many times, but let's take a look and see what happened while I was in the Philippines in this short video, maybe long. I don't know how long I'm going to be recording this. So let's begin with day 1 and day 2, because it was kind of a two-parter, to be honest. And if you saw the videos, you already know why. Yeah, we got held up in Japan on day 1 of the trip, and wasn't really the best scenario that I hoped I would come across. The original plan was to have at least probably maybe 10 to 12 to like maybe 14 hours of traveling, plus the 8 hours that we spent in the car driving to our little house in one town of Philippines. I will not disclose it here because I'm no longer there, so it doesn't really matter. But instead, because of a stupid thunderstorm that wrecked Canada, we had to be held up mid-flight as soon as we got to Japan. You didn't see it, but I was actually like really angry that they held up the flight. I actually wanted to buy a flight to go like today, and I remember complaining about that for like maybe an hour. It pissed everyone off. But yeah, got held up in Japan. Didn't really do much other than eat food and sleep, which explains why I didn't record much footage from Japan, because honestly, Japan, when you're staying in a hotel because your flight got held up and you have to leave early morning tomorrow, there's not really much you can do. But all that stuff aside, the next day we did go to Philippines. We made it safe and sound to Manila. We took an 8-hour drive to our house. You already know what it looks like, so I don't really need to describe it again. And that's when the real action began, on day 3, when we actually started the trip. I know, it takes us 2 days to get the trip to actually start. Well, technically 3 days if you count the packing video, but that was like weeks before we left. So my memory is sometimes really bad at remembering stuff. So day 3, I believe, was the first day in Philippines, obviously, that we actually did stuff. And honestly, I actually don't, I'm gonna have to check the videos myself. I know I'm a YouTuber, I make content, but I have no idea what content, like what's actually the content that I make. So I'm gonna have to check this while I'm recording the video, which is gonna be a pain. Okay, so I checked the video. Yes, day 3 was a regular vlog. Didn't really do much like anything exciting, but we did explore vegan for the first time, at least on this channel, as well as many other areas that I have visited before, but now I've never taken on camera. So yeah, so nothing much to say on that day. So let's move on to day 4, which was also not much of a good day either. Day 4 was really just a video where I could just show you where I was actually at, because I showed you a lot of the environment and all the stuff that I was gonna experience in Philippines. So yeah, that was fun. Then we went on a motorcycle ride, which gave me another opportunity to show you the territory I was gonna be staying on for the next month. Day 5 was the real start of the trip, the real start. because it was the first activity that we did, which was visiting the hidden garden, and that was a very fun experience. The only thing that I'm not proud about this is that it takes this long to start an activity in the country that you've been staying with for a month. It takes us 3 days, maybe 4, to actually start the trip, like exploring around, and then it takes 4 to 5 days to actually get started on an activity. Yeah, honestly, I wish when we could have gotten there, we could have just went straight to anything fun instead of taking an 8-hour drive home. But yeah, Hidden Garden was fun. Got to see a lot of cool stuff like a gigantic statue with lips, and I also got to eat nachos and pineapple juice and all that kind of stuff. By the way, I like my nachos that are like separated with the salsa beside it, not with the toppings on top. Honestly, I wish I loved it, but I didn't. Day 6, Day 7, and Day 8 were all 3 of them actually, were when the trip really started to pick up on all the stuff that I was going to be doing, because that's when all the cool activities and vlogs and trips and stuff began. Day 6 was when we went to Robinson's, which was a good place. I really like the outdoor area where, you know, it's very much modern and you can park your car like literally anywhere you want. Day 7 was when I had my, Day 7 wasn't actually really an activity. It was just me getting food. But I did get some cool stuff: Shakey's Pizza, chocolate roll from a local cake shop, and I think also calamari from the same restaurant. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And Day 8 was when we blessed our house. There we go, I remember now. Yeah, Day 8 was when we blessed our house. But I couldn't record much footage from it for 2 reasons. One, I had no idea how to hide my camera from anyone that was going to be attending the ritual, I would say. And 2, even if I did bring my camera, it's a religious event, so I don't really want to ruin the moment. So I recorded like maybe 5-10 seconds of footage, which you probably already have seen if you saw the video. So yeah, I didn't record much. And then I just proceeded to do like content for myself for like the rest of the day. So that was fun. Day 9 was when we went to the zoo, and I really enjoyed that place. And by really enjoy that place, I mean I moderately enjoyed that place, because honestly, if I had to compare, the zoos in Montreal and Canada are leagues better than the ones in Philippines. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't really know what I was expecting from Philippines. All I could say was, you know, cool, I guess. We got to eat stuff, we got to see animals, we got to see portraits of animals, which I guess were most of the animals were, because I don't think there was anything that I saw that interested me. But it was like a really, you know, it was a cool experience. I really enjoyed that. I wouldn't go there again, honestly, but it was a cool first time and maybe one-time experience. Now, Day 10 was actually a last-minute idea that I came up with, because most of the vlog, or I don't remember, probably like either half to most of the vlog was surrounding the flat tire that we got on the car that we rented for the trip. Normally it would be something minor, but I decided to make it a topic of the entire vlog. So yay, a vlog about someone getting a flat tire. You don't see that every day on the internet, but now you do. Day 11, my least favorite vlog of the trip. The reason being that I had to stay most of the time with relatives. And believe me, I love my relatives because obviously they're family, so I have to respect them. I'm obligated to. But yeah, I really don't like the gatherings. I explained why I didn't like it in the video, so go see that if you haven't already. But if you don't want to see it, I'll just give you a quick summary. It's because they're a waste of time. I'll leave it at that. If you want to hear my further opinions on it, go see the video. Now, days 12 and day 13 were my second favorite vlogs of the trip, because beach day, yay! Philippines is well known for their beaches, so it was only a matter of time before we decided to go to the beach. I remember having to dodge the waves when we were at that beach, which was actually kind of fun, although I didn't want to die, so I tried my best to keep myself alive. But yeah, it was a fun time. I really enjoyed it. First time going to a beach without a swim shirt, because I normally do that every single time I go to the beach, but I want to be tough because I'm becoming a man, so yeah. Day 14 was, and I quote, the shortest vlog of the trip. Although I think along the lines after that, I made another short vlog that was even shorter than that. So maybe I lied, I have no clue. But yeah, shortest vlog of the trip, which means very rare content. So yeah, nothing much to say on that. Let's move on to day 15, which was the beginning of the Manila trip. Yes, finally. Manila was actually the destination that I planned to go to get the Ranger keys. Or in this case, Ranger key. I'll explain what happened. So day 15 was our start to the Manila trip, and I really enjoyed it. It was very much a fun time exploring all the wonderful stuff that's in Manila. The hotel was nice, the food was great, the places that we explored to were arguably the best I've seen in the Philippines. So yeah, it's so great in fact that the vlog I recorded for us going to the Manila Ocean Park was 36 minutes long. That's how much I love the place. You could tell that I really enjoyed it because of how long the video is. And plus, I wanted to share the video with you guys so you could get the full experience without having to go there yourself, which saves a lot of money and time. Not only that, we also got to explore the biggest mall in Asia, apparently, which was also a treat. Honestly, the store choice could be a little better, but overall the aesthetic, the architecture, how the entire store was laid out, how the entire mall was built, it's amazing, and I really enjoyed that. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be like a neon light hallway and then just one row of stores, but no, it was stacked to the brim. I even got to eat ramen there, which it has been a while since I ate ramen. The last time I ate was, excluding, the trip, maybe like several months ago. So yeah, I rarely ever eat ramen, but I really want to. Easily my favorite vlog of the entire trip, and it's at a whopping 36 minutes, so it's very entertaining from start to finish. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. It's very good. It's a very good time. Day 17 was what I quoted the fated day, even though, spoiler alert, it wasn't really the fated day. I was supposed to get the Ranger key today, which was the last day of our trip to Manila, but unfortunately, Google is a B word and doesn't like to update when stores don't exist anymore. The store I wanted to go to was Hobby World Japan, which at the time was a store that existed on Google, but I think they closed before we came to Philippines, and Google forgot to update it and remove it from the search answers, whatever, search results. So yeah, thanks Google, you made me waste ounces of my courage and excitement to get a Ranger key from a store that doesn't exist anymore. But all was redeemed when I slept, obviously, because I cleared my mind of all that. But yeah, day 18 I summarized, so not much to say about that. Day 19 was just full-on talking. I talked about my Mario encyclopedia, I talked about the Ranger keys, I talked about Philippines, I talked about literally anything I could because honestly, we did not have lots to do at the time. And I don't think there was much that I wanted to do. It was fun to record, so I just rambled for like maybe 19 minutes in the video, but maybe an hour while I was recording this. At this point in the trip, everything was going great. It was going smooth. I was editing videos, posting them out on time, probably. Like I was maintaining some sort of a routine of record the video, edit it maybe while I'm recording it at the same time. If I forgot to post yesterday's video, I would post it. And then I would post the video recorded today on the next day. It was sort of like a good routine to get in, which is good because if you don't have a routine, then what's the point of doing content creation, So yeah, everything was good until the typhoon struck. Yeah, the typhoon went by many names. I called it Typhoon Ige because everyone else was calling it Typhoon Ige. So yeah, Typhoon Ige struck us on day 20, and it lasted for 3 to 4 days. And at the time, I had to record day 20 and post it on YouTube, which I was going to until the power went and screwed up everything. So I was left with nothing but footage that was unreleased, and I had to wait for the power to come back on to release it. And this went on for, again, 3 to 4 days. The only upset of this, and ironically the most unexpected up of this, was that my Ranger key came to the mail. If you're wondering how I got the Ranger key, I don't have it on me right now, but it's in the house. But if you're wondering how I got it, it was actually online from a store called Shopee, which is a very popular online shop in Philippines. It's like eBay, but more cheaper. We got it for like maybe 100 pesos, which I have no idea how much it costs in Canadian dollars. Around maybe $4 to $5, I think. I have no clue. But it came on the day that the typhoon hit, right as I opened it. And as I was recording it, you saw the power went off. So yeah, that was fun to deal with. So I just spent the rest of the 3 to 4 days contemplating on why I decided to record during a typhoon and just praying that it would end soon. And it did. The typhoon did end, obviously, because all things must come to an end. But apparently our power was still gone until the guy that took care of the power came in and gave us a miracle by flicking the power on and off switch, on and off again. I don't know what he did, but he took control of the situation and we got our power back. So everything was back to normal, everything was hunky-dory, and I got back to the routine of making videos. Obviously, I combined all the footage I recorded from the past 3 to 4 days into one video because I didn't want to spend like all my time just editing videos that I haven't released. So I just do it, you know what? All at once, there you go. Let's do day 25. Which, speaking of day 25, was the first gaming video I did in a while. And I played a 3D Destroyer game that, let me say, it's took up a lot of my storage on my phone. It took like a gigabyte worth of storage actually. So as soon as I finished the video, I deleted it instantly because I didn't want to waste any more storage. Day 26 was the last day that I spent in Philippines. At least the last full day I spent in Philippines. We visited many areas one final time, said goodbye to our relatives, did everything that we could to make the last day special before we ultimately left on the evening of that day. And I still remember all the fun times we had getting Jollibee, eating Jollibee, walking around in flip-flops, mind you, and just plain old having a fun time. It was really a fun month. But all of that led to day 27. And I'll professionally quote this day as the culmination of the entire trip into one, I think, 30-minute long video. Thankfully, none of us were held up on the trip back from Philippines, which I was actually kind of dreading while I was recording this video. So yeah, we took a flight to Japan using Philippine Airlines, and we took a flight back to Canada, which was 12 hours long. Then we went back home and had pizza, and that's how the trip came to an end. And obviously, I don't even have to say this, but I'll say it anyway. I brought a Ranger Key to Canada, because of course I would, you know, who wouldn't? Right now it's sitting in my room, it's looking nice and fun, pretty, and I can't wait to bring it around with me and just take some like a quick ton of pictures with it. And that leads us to today, the epilogue, I guess, of this trip, which yeah, was really, looking back on it now, it was really a great time. I really want to go back. Obviously I said at the beginning of the video that I took a break from recording videos because I was just so exhausted. So I didn't really have time to make gaming videos, and I probably will not have enough time to make gaming videos anymore because I'm recording this 4 days before school begins. Yeah, I'm stupid. So that means this will ultimately be the last video of summer 2023 unless I decide to make another video before it. But for now, this is the last video of summer 2023. It was a fun ride. Arguably the most videos I posted in summer ever. So yeah, I'll try my best to get back on schedule for uploading videos. Because to be honest, now that I have the life of a high schooler, I have the privilege to be, you know, recording videos literally anytime I want after I'm done homework. So yeah, it'll be fun. But I do want to mention that I am now in a higher program, not to brag, but I am in a higher program now. So it might take up most of my time just having to rework the brain to handle this new information, because yeah, New Year is going to be a very, very eventful year. As for the next vacation that I will be going to, fingers crossed, Hollywood. Yes, I know, the land of cinema. Why Hollywood? Well, Universal Studios. But why Universal Studios? Freaking Super Nintendo World. I want to visit it. It's just such a fun place. I saw the direct, I took in every single detail. I even saw videos of people going there on the day that it opened in Japan. And let me tell you, I really want to visit it myself, because it's a dream come true. So hopefully, again, fingers crossed that I go there for summer 2024. And yes, I did check with my parents for permission, but they said I could go by myself. So summer 2024 is going to be decided either I'm going to go alone or with the family. who knows? Might happen. All of that will be answered if they give the okay for it. So yeah. And apparently, according to the internet and the government of Canada, I am legally allowed to fly alone. I am not joking. Go look it up on the internet. We'll talk about that another time when summer 2024 comes. For now, I'm gonna stop wasting battery and just continue walking. Hopefully can have a cool dinner tonight. I don't know. So thank you so much for supporting me over the last 30 something days. And I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully it's gonna be a fun one. Stay tuned till then. Bye-bye.